Our push journey has brought us to Akumu Hard. We are running the Deri comp. We're looking for a high crit on her ult. Now you could run the Bond team that is just going to be mono red without the angels, but if you're looking to squeeze several hundred additional points, this is the team to choose. Now on turn 1, we're going to drop all of these little fodder attacks here: Pumpkin Bombs, Eastern Tornado, Typhoon, and then Ellatte attacks. We're looking to get Ellatte ult on by turn 3, so you could use both of her attacks if you want to stack her passive faster, but if you want to be sure that you can get her ult on turn 3, then you could have just attacked and then moved her other card. Now as you can see, she is going to be patiencing all of Akumu's attacks. She needs to have high enough defense, high enough resistance, so that she does patience that AoE, because that is going to dissolve ult, and we need her to ult up. So we did pull an extra Ellatte card, so we can move and use her card to get her ult, and then drop another fodder attack, which is that Eastern Typhoon we did get. We're not worried about stacking Deri too early, because she's going to hit 10 stacks pretty easily on this run. Akumu is very easy to get all of the stacks up, just because of how long he kind of lasts. So we did get Ellatte ult turn 3. We could start stacking Deri now. We do have additional swipes and an additional buff. Looks like we did get a merge on that rank up. So I think we'll go ahead and drop a buff and a swipe. And then we can let the Eastern merge here happen and do this rank 2 rank up. So we are set for her gold buff, so that's already a pretty good start. We are looking to kill this taunting hand next. So on turn, what is it, turn 4 now, we are going to be moving and using Deri's ult. Or not Deri's ult, Deri's card, so that we can push for ult. As you can see, she does survive that over rupture even on a rank 1 buff, thanks to artifacts and constellation buffs. I know previously when we would do Akumu push without all of these extra buffs to our stats, she most of the time needed a rank 2 buff in order to live the over rupture. So it's pretty easy to do now that we have all of this. So double swipe's gonna push for ult. We did get an extra Ellatte card. We want to keep her ult turns in mind. It does only last 4 turns. Looks like we have about 2 left. We don't want to lapse in her ult coverage. Everybody is patiencing absolutely everything with her ult down, so nobody's going to be dissolved from that AoE attack. So we do have her ult. We are looking to kill this taunting side now, so we can buff up. Don't want the buffs to merge. We'll drop this go through attack. We are going to move the Ellatte card because we do need to push her ult in the next turn. So that hand is going to go down. That is going to do this week's mission. Pumpkin Bombs has kind of been steady enough to prevent him from getting ult, so that's nice. But we're probably going to be patiencing it anyways. Well, looks like we do need to push Ellatte ult now. We do have 2 Ellatte attacks, so that's good for stacking her passive. We want to make sure that we are using Deri cards so that her passive stays stacked as well. We've got a lot of passives that we need to keep in mind. Essentially, everybody needs to be stacking something except Easton. Alright, so that is going to get Ellatte ult. And we did get some extra Deri buffs, so we should be able to push for her ult for a finish here in a couple turns. I think an ideal run is going to be around probably 9 to 11 turns, depending on when you can kill the hands, since he does gain invincibility. So we're going to drop her ult, no lapse in coverage like I mentioned, and we have 2 of her Typhoon attacks, so this should kill the right hand pretty easily, since it is a rank 2. Yeah, rank 1 had a crit in it, and rank 2 should drop him pretty easily. Now he does gain an invincibility once both hands are dead, so we do get a turn of kind of just using all of our attacks freely without worrying about killing him, but I think he's using his recovery next turn as well, so he is going to be full health. Yep, he is using his heal. Okay, so we need to get Deri ult pretty soon. We've got about 3 turns to work with Ellatte ult. Easton ult is here, so we can drop the attacks, and he won't take any damage, obviously. We have 2 rank ups, so we could get the gold Ellatte debuff, so that'd be a good setup. But we want to do this in a way that get all of our gold cards. and kind of stall out an extra turn. So probably don't need to use both of the Deri cards. Could just move and use. Since we have that extra buff, we can stall that extra turn. So we'll go for the gold Ellatte debuff. So we'll have our 3 golds here. Or we'll have 2 golds, sorry. And we can swipe and then ult. And see what the next draw is. If we get a rank up, we're looking pretty good. We'll have triple gold. Oh, we got a rank up. We got a merge on the rank up, so that's pretty good. We got 2 Ellatte attacks, so Elatte's passive, we're going to keep on stacking it up. Deri looks like she's going to be at her full 10 stack passive once we're done here. Ellatte looks like she's at 7, so we do have 8, 9, and 10, but I don't think we can push 8 and 9 and get Deri ults if I want to get the gold rank up, or gold Deri buffs. So probably just have to drop one of them, rank up, move and use Deri's last buff, and then next turn we'll have our triple gold. Elatte's only going to be at 9. I need to see what Gother's stacks are at, and then like I said, Deri is going to be fully set up here. So hopefully the Ellatte debuff doesn't crit and kill him, since we did have to use an attack last turn that did almost chunk him down to half health. So we'll take a look at what everyone's at just to be 100%. Gother is obviously at 5 stacks on his passive, 4 stacks on the relic, Ellatte 8 stacks on her passive, and then Deri is obviously going to be at 10 stacks here. We've got triple gold coming down with the Deri ult, so this should be a fat hit, whether it crits or not. Hopefully it crits. Turn 10 finish. Ellatte debuff didn't do too much damage to him, so he is still alive here. And we are hitting for a nice, almost 18 mil crit. That is pretty nice. I know if she could hit a little higher, this can go up to 6k, but we have 5.7k, so that is Akumu Hard. If you guys liked it, drop a thumbie, maybe a sub if you're into that, and see you in the next one.